a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit. And
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Smola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they trying to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They trying to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Okay. Whew.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive.
Die for Chi-Town, who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground, a crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit, can't be tied down or even sheep belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, the cards, my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust awful from ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. You little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, use a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, though haters wanna crucify. A real man, I still stand with the silver hand. But Man, it's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow our set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space ace to y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Active shape the stages of fate, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the pastor. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the side spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, play king or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could have bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to novice. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Striking and trying to hide. I'm striking and defying. In environs of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hymen. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. We're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mao, Mao, or Big Bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mao, Mao, Big Bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. I'll teach you up.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution's down. Too late for the color to the claim. You rap that it coca flame, my God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. Put me on the bed and returns the wind. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. The oppressor's attaching the war zone. Revolution starting the terror zone. I'm a messenger popping like Terracon. Bad by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the political simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating on the actions of the protection service. People on the black glass, we kill this, don't take any kind of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Kneels too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see type. Going hits close to home, you gotta act the bone. But it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red of my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' hit them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
This for my aunt, baby. And the elder roaster. I found you. This for y'all. Babalawo indoctrinated with the art of divination, power of Olaudumare and Arun Mila through initiation, the ether system, ancestors.
Oh, you scary in over there, ain't you?
Words and manifestation that speak.
Are you going to?
Proclamation came to earth with my calabash. Destiny handle, I had a blast.
They ran fast as hell by me. Like, I'm not gonna bother you, but they always come out by me. I guess they eating the bird seed. I don't know.
Future evolution after I cast and the math. Sound of my name on the ground and trumpet my glory great astounds the souls that relate splendor. Move from body to
come on.
I carry the Asha of Ifa. Unlike you proud deceivers, no one can stop me, neither. The more I sacrifice, the more powerfully I excel with my Dragoon. Spiritual guys, cowrie shell, flowery smell, preparation, foreplay, divination is the doorway to a transformational process. Regardless of garbage, before day, my light is so bright it ignites the night. Shadow work, I fight right over my smite parasites despite the bites. Third eyesight, serving lightning strikes, rumbling thunder and the background. So back down, I'm grateful to ask you who attach you next. Rescue you from an oppressive, hateful cess. Who was a sworn and I'm born to that. Spiraling fire adorns my smile. Still do for those who want restore corn and do not adore the smile. Perceptive, the tactical temple, respected, no unturned stone, no detail neglect to cherish the day, the moon in the sky. Oracle of the original perspective, I did this in heaven religiously. Living in your written history, put in remission your misery. No chicken feet, father of mystery. Let this be spoken at last, the one fast as I spit the task is done. Come to pass the drum out last the gun. I don't rise from the ash of the dazzling sun.
Kind of hurt my stomach a little bit. I can't eat a lot because my stomach's still kind of small. I made the mistake yesterday when I broke my fast, eating just too much, as I stated, and it bothered me for like about 15 minutes, if give or take. But I've done it before, you know, and I knew it. But it's not like, you know, sometimes when you're out, you gotta, and you don't have a kitchen, you have to, you don't have the things that you, the amenities that you're so groomed and conditioned to have. You've got to remind yourself that there's certain things that you should do compared to what you shouldn't do, you know, which was fine. And it's not that it was a learning thing, but it was a learning thing. It was just a reminder, actually, not a learning thing. Hey, mama, get some of that bird food, all them ants. And I'll tell you, there's about 1 million ants. They're moving kind of like something else going on. Trust me, I'm lived over here long enough, and I've had ant farms, and I've studied enough about botany, biology, and everything else on the insect animal world. I don't even want to get into it, because some people have it in their notion, what they, based on what they see or whatever it is. And I keep telling people, like, don't, like, if you're around me and you think that what you know is the answer to everything, get away from me. I have nothing to do with individuals like that. You are indicative to your own crime against yourself. That is a level that is beneath the reality, you know. But they are moving with haste. It ain't about eat or feed, because it's not like if we weren't here, whatever's here wouldn't be here. They are moving, and it's not like there's food everywhere. I know their patterns. I know exactly what they're looking for. I've studied, I'm not gonna get into the name of them, but I've studied every ant, every cockroach, Asian, German, whatever. I've studied water bugs, whatever that, you know, I've studied all of them. The ones that you are common to you. And like I said, when I look at stuff, I look for different things. And that's the benefit of studying many things, you know. Doesn't mean that you studying to master it. You just want a basic understanding of what it is, because you have been selling me around to that, devoid by it being removed from. Okay, it's there, but it hasn't been, you know, reinvigorated. You know, there's no reinvigoration to get you, you know, to be in remembrance and to be able to pull from that, as they say, from your DNA. All the information about everything around you and a lot more is within you, but you are so cut off, hence the word cut off from it. I'm gonna shut you guys out here in a minute. So I watch how they move. I watch what they're gathering and what they're grabbing. So actually, they're right now. You can see they've got the bird feed, which it's food regardless. Okay, and ants are magnificent when it comes to survival. Just there's this bird. I forget the name of it, but it was completely designed to harvest and eat, consume bees, the larvae, the honey. And they were designed with armor around their neck, their feet, their wings, their feather is very durable, the oil, whatever it is. And they were designed specifically, that's how they survive. A lot of people don't know these things. And I take it upon myself. That's why I really don't like killing them. Unless you come into a place where you're not supposed to be at, and it's not killing you. It's just, it means that it's like, Millennial had a video up looking at a cockroach, an old one, probably getting ready to succumb. And she was absolutely correct. They don't just be outside. From person from Florida, somebody worked with scissor, termite, and pest control. And trusted me, she was spot on. It was the old one. You could actually look the pictures up and see it for yourself. But again, if you look at these things, there's more compassion. They always want to swoop around me. You see the lizards, 2 lizards just ran right in front of my shoe with me here moving, looking at them to go over to the bird feed. I don't know where they went from here because, you know, they're not over there now. But, there's something that happens. It's eternal. It's eternal. And we're sadly disconnected from that. It's here. You're part of it. There are things that see you that you can't see. There's order. And all is chaos. Whether you're an apparition, science project, or a study. It should not be happening, but I'm not going to lament in that vernacular no much, and not much more. I'm going to shout you guys out here in a minute. But why am I on? You saw me eating some salmon that T had, some lamb I had. I got in here. I have a sausage in here. I'm probably not going to eat it. I'm going to buy some chicken sausage today. So I might eat it. I don't know. It's got corn syrup in it. It's going to kill me. Quinoa. I have 2 bags. Red, whatever it's called. I have quinoa down there. I didn't even think about even cooking it. It's an excellent source of fiber and protein. And I ate a boiled egg. I need to pick up a whole bunch of eggs today. I just got a message from a friend of mine, Navajo brother of mine. He's Navajo and check this out. He's Navajo and Irish. He loves reggae. Bob Marley everywhere. Got dreads. He was at the Marine Corps for 6 years. He's the one that I gave the chicken coop to on the res. He can't stand Navajos. He knows the truth. And even his father passed away. His mama and his grandmama are still alive. His grandma always just go like this, and his mom always says, yeah, well, whatever, right? And he was like, yo, Red, I got a whole bunch of eggs, bro. I said, you rub them down with mineral oil and all the good stuff? He says, everything's good. He says, man, I got something. I had to add on. Because he had to add on and build like 10 more. He did another way where it's 5 and 5 with the ramps and everything like that for the roosting and, or not roosting, for the leg airing for the hens. And he got a picture and everything. And he's like, man, you need, man, I got about 50 eggs I can give you. I was like, dude, I'm way, you know, and he's like, yeah, don't worry. I said, because, you know, they last. I can go up there in a week or whatever and pick up the 50 eggs, and it would be beneficial. These would be considered pasteurized, or, you know what I'm saying? Natural. But I'm going to consume eggs, lamb, maybe, fish, pretty much. Talking to T, really want to go crappie fishing. But I'm eating this because I'm going to fast again. I'm going to pick up a 4-day fast. It's probably starting Friday. Now this is going to be just a regular fast. And why am I doing it? Because I felt so good when I got into the 3rd day of my reset. And I had forgotten that there are times, you know, intermittent fasting is fine. You can do 1 day off. 1 day fasting, 2 days, where you consume 2 meals depending on what your body type and what you're attempting to accomplish. But the most important thing, just like this world, you've got to know what your body's missing. Now, I utilize this because branched chain amino acids are beneficial. there's this app, Check It, I think it's called. It's like, for me, it's a $40-something, $49 a year. And you can scan the product and it'll let you know if it's 30, 40, 50, 60, 80%, or 100% actually good. And approved science branched chain amino acids 1 by 1 is an exceptional branched chain amino acids. And I like it because it has the leucine, lysine, valine, glutamine, citrulline. You know, it has all the things you really need. So I put a scoop of that in my pineapple blueberry smoothie, but it's not a smoothie like where it's thick, which you use a little bit of cream or skim milk or kefir or goat milk, whatever like that. This all I use a bovine. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me go grab so you can see it. Some of you might want to order it. Okay, it's collagen. It's bovine collagen. I'll let you see it though. All right, and I scanned this one. Might not. It might be about 20% active because it's been in the heat here. I should have had it in the fridge. Need to clean out the fridge though. Hold on, I'll show you. So today I'm gonna go do some laundry and pick up a few knickknacks. I called the bank to try and clear that problem up. Even the guy was looking like, we don't know. I was like, see, that shows you that everything is pretty messed up. But anyway, this is the Divided Sunset collagen. It's bovine, not bleached, no chemicals, peptides, unbleached, unflavored. This is literally non-GMO, RGBH free and all that stuff. And then I like my chia seeds. Tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, scoop, which equates to a tablespoon, and about half a cup of blueberries, half a cup of pineapple, and then you see the crap water that I utilize, which, you know, they want you to buy so they can put cancers and all that kind of stuff in it. Crystal guys, yeah, they're putting stuff in your drinking waters and everything, unbeknownst to you. So that's what you saw me eat, but I couldn't eat a lot. It looked like I ate a lot, what, 5, 6 forkfuls, and I probably have to charge this up. And it's flavorful because of the fruits. All right. I watched this young guy talking about, I need to get you steroids. Oh man, I'm so tired of them. I'm one of the people that made Joe eat or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Other than bodybuilding. I'm talking about as far as me and the guys getting crappy supplements and stuff and poisoning ourselves with this stuff. Yeah, I'm one of those guys from back then. So I don't like when people come talking to me about use this, use that. I know. And you can't be a vegan. You don't, you know, I've studied medicine. And I know what works, what you should and shouldn't. I'm a herbologist. I don't walk around with all these credentials all on my chest. I really pay attention to everybody. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. It's what you really accomplish. And these are the things that you know what I mean? And I play it down because I don't have the ego about me. And I'll listen to somebody because I didn't mention it. They think like, oh yeah. I'll be like looking at them like, oh, what a retard. Not cursing, man. This stuff is really good, y'all. I'll take another sip. But I want to go ahead and I want to come live and share this little stuff with you, and I'm head on out here in a minute. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Hey, baby girl Slaughter. Hey, Omac, Roy, what's going on, fams? Dev, Marcus, what's happening? What's happening? Oh. Close your buffet. Sure. Photo son. Hey, what's going on, Darius? Chukma. Oh, Mac, gotcha, fam. What's happening? Anyway, I just wanted to come on and speak about. We have a lot of things going on around us. I don't want that to be the focus. Because see, we've been nurtured to focus on things to create it. I pointed something out, and I have a couple people question it on Facebook. I said, you know, they put stuff out there, and then by the billions, phonetically, you create it. they're starting to think about it. I says, look at the wars, look at what happened prior to the wars, how it was instigated, where it was put out, how it was put out, and how. But first, look at the first charge of how the wars happened. Previous. Let me see. Excuse me. No, here we go. I don't want to mess it up. I'm gonna say it right. Okay. I should have already pulled this up, but oh, they got a lot of stuff in here. It's crazy. Wow. So, so they say World War I was the Great World War. That was the destruction to attack Germany, Russia, all these things was to destroy as much as the Tartarian infrastructure as possible. If you look at world wars, and if you go back and you look at the First World War, 1914, 1918, right? Well, if you go back before that to the, and this is what people don't know about, okay? And we can go back before that, okay? When you look at the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905. Did y'all know about that? Okay. All right. Then we go back and we look at, all right, where's that? We look at the Achinese War. If we go back to 1873 to 1904, from the Achinese War, we look at the Philippine-American War, 1899-1902. And then we look at the South African War, 1899-1902, the War of 1,000 Days, 1899-1903, and the Boxer Rebellion, 1900-1901. That was getting rid of the original people of each land. But you always say Africa. Them Negroes there aren't really from there. Some of them are starting to find it out. But like Burkina Faso and all those other ways, the Democratic Republic of Congo, they're there. All right? They're starting to realize it. Are you aware that a lot of Africans didn't even know they were over 1 billion people? They include us in that number, just to let you know. Australia, yes. But what's so funny, they're nowhere near the numbers. I don't want to talk about war. I want y'all to go back to the Bolshevik, the Crimean War, when the Ottoman Empire conquered Turkey, what's called Turkey today, which that's not its original name. I want you to look at the characters and the faces and the pictures and the portraits. I want you to see it for what it is. And what's very undermining is you see all these melanated individuals playing their role, participating in these things. I know enough individuals who were in the police department, people who are trained to get in there and this, that, and other. Told them what the focus was. We go over the Constitution, this, and other. They get in there and they get suplexed, and they will speak on it. They speak on it now, a lot of them, and they say they always had this one view or they say this thing or something hurtful happened. They get in there and the circle is so big of deviance, abuse. It's like the white supremacist groups, right? They are the most woman beaten, child molesting, alcohol non-accomplishing individuals in the existence of a life. There are people in third world countries who pooping on the side of the road by the river with garbage who accomplish more than them. All right, but if you don't know how you got to this position and why, it's like an induction fan. It's there. You know, you take an induction fan, it has no electric parts and nothing like that. You put it on a hot stove, right? Okay, or heater, right? Whatever you want to call it, right? You get the kindle, you get the fire and everything. You can feather your wood, you get it lit, blah blah, right? Ferris rod, lighter, match, whatever, you get it lit. It gets the roaring, and that heat causes, the way it's designed, the induction, to spin and push heat out. Same thing. Those wars push heat out. You receive the heat. You're a part of the you've been inducted into it, like inducted into the Hall of Fame, inducted, you know what I mean? It's hard to get rid of that. Okay? You look at these things that are looking at you. Look, it wasn't just 1964 that they were looking at you in your home with these little guys in the army, Zionists, sitting down there. I hate saying that word. Hey, Lizzie. Anyway, they look at you through all your platforms now, through your TVs, through this. They look at you. They watch you 24/7. So when you're down there and you're hooking up with your old man and your girl, right? You're drinking, you're doing whatever it is you're doing. They know exactly what you're doing. If you're walking around button naked, the TV's off, they're looking at you. It don't have to be just a smart TV. The 10, the 12, the 24, they see every one of you. I've said this thing decades ago. I don't care though. I know what's coming for them. It doesn't matter. Like the idiots that want to fly right over us, right? All these places out here. But the thing is, excuse the name calling, if that's a bad name. The reality is, you know, somebody said, hey man, you shared it to me. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was my boy from Philly, Wild Urban Indie. I forget, somebody shared it, a YouTube thing with original, what's the name, Top Cats or whatever. I don't give a damn. He's new at this. I don't care what he's, all right, good for him. How many of y'all he brought into the circle? What is he doing with it? Are y'all building bunkers or whatever? What hope? He's nobody. Original Top Cat is nobody. No, not saying disrespectfully. I'm saying everybody, just like Carrie Asbury. Nobody's nobody. That's the problem. Everybody's still attempting to be something or somebody, but they don't see the bigger picture because they don't know it. It's poignant and indicative to speak the truth, but how long are you going to sit here talking about this is all? You either know it, you don't care about the people who don't know it because they have been inducted into the narrative they're in, or they're moving around meaninglessly, unlike the ants and the lizards who have meaning and purpose. They sense and feel things. People are just starting to realize that all the animals actually have a light in them. You have enough ignorant doctors and pharmacists and everything else out there who won't mention the fact that everything is poison as far as fruits and vegetables, and they'll say it's all right to eat meat. No, we shouldn't. We do. There are acclimations. Your body changes. I could never tell any of you to ever stop. But before you can do that, you have to embark on a painful journey. And I don't care how you take this. It's meaningful because you need to take it however you do. You've been walking in pain 24/7, 364, 7 of the week, they call it, 13 months out of a year. You walk in pain. I am not bringing that upon you. I am pointing it out to you. And in this firmament of lies, and the frequencies. There's confliction and confusion. Why am I stating this? Because y'all don't want to choose to come together. The simplest thing. I just wanted to mention how you got to where it is you got to. But I'm going to go here in about a half hour, do this laundry, go to Fry's, pick up some fruits and knickknacks. I'm not gonna pick up a whole bunch of anything. Pick up some some wood to get this thing built, and some stuff to protect the, you know, a couple more flex seals, because I could have used that, but I want to use the other stuff first, and some mold prime. That's about, I am not spending a whole lot, but I'm gonna, if I gotta get it from Amazon, Chinese made, and so be it. But yes, in a couple of days, I'm going to go ahead and fast again. I'm going to come on and read. My apologies for not coming on yesterday to read. I was just so involved in whatever it was I was doing. I was looking over information. I have little law pamphlets. Because like I said, I like to know that little fake world. If you hear somebody say something, all right, because see, the animals, they communicate with chemicals, and if they want to find something, a scout, he comes back and they conveys it, and they leave a chemical trail that everyone else can follow. Okay, so if somebody expresses something, says something, don't go rehashing it. Research it. Research it. Okay? Take it upon yourself through due diligence to find out what you can. If it's hard for you, then get in touch with those of us who may be able to give you some guidance, so that way you can have a different perception. Or you might come across something, remember something that may enlighten you in another direction. So today I may come on and read. I don't want to be out there all day. I see beautifully blue sky over here, and here we are with overcast, because I don't want to even talk about it. If I do, you're going to think about it, and you're going to make it even worse. We create all of this. I am serious. Fundamentally, they think they do. They may create the ideology of the chaos, but once it's put out there, you take it. Everyone sees it in the most minute and minuscule way, or even in the biggest deplorable commodity. We feed it. You create it. They utilize it against you, sadly, but it's just the reality. There's a lot more to it, but I don't really want to go there with it. Okay, let me finish this up. Whew. And I know some would beg to differ or feel some kind of other way, but there's not a whole lot of words that needs to, to explain this. They've coined the market on controlling the narrative, and you make the narrative a portrait. Why is it that we don't have our banks? Yeah, but they did this in Oklahoma. Actually, there are black banks, if you want to use that crayon color. You know that? But they're sellouts too. And you know what I mean when I say sellouts. Excuse me. So I've got to get another extension cord, because I want to hit the sauna and do the cold water plunge. But I also want to run my welder. I want to tack. I really would like to get some scrap steel. It ain't like Paige and I can go to still, you know, scrap steel all around over there, and even on the res. I can go to somebody, my neighbors. You got a couple pieces steel? Yeah, scraps right in the back, and it'd be like a damn ton, like 2,000 pounds of it. So, because I want to get some TIG wire, which is expensive. So learn how to TIG and all that kind of stuff. But these are the things you should be involved with. The art, the things that are beneficial. Don't cry over what was done yesterday. Don't sweat what was done in the last minute. Don't manipulate yourself. And don't let others around you manipulate you further, because that's the stuff that keeps dragging you back into the sump. Be astute as the ants, who move on the rhythms and frequencies of the earth and the things that they sense. The lizards, who seem to be running more so in packs instead of alone omnivorous that they do. Everything has passion, and affliction is brought by a false interpretation of life. And yet everybody moves in that false interpretation to afflict one another. I don't get that. No, I can be really into the parlay of afflictions. But it's got to be more balance. Right now, everything is off and nobody's making heads of it. I guess self-affliction is like BBLs and implants and body dysmorphia. They call it body dysmorphia. I guess everybody has mental dysmorphia. Take the time and let yourself get to know yourself. I can't sit here and talk frequencies all day and vibrations and everything. Y'all are very acute to that. If you can't feel it, then you don't know it. Most of you feel the very lies that you exude. I pointed out to a friend of mine that says it's funny. We don't be stanky and all that. We get up in high school, we play sports. A lot of us never need deodorant. Yet, Teflon, plastic, Tupperware, chemicals being introduced into certain foods around that time in the 60s, 70s. We get, because I talk to people back from the 40s, that's, man, we don't know deodorant and stuff. Nobody was stanking. And yet, they talk about, they say, oh, puberty. They always put a title and a name to something that's not real. And so we're playing sports, and all of a sudden, our pH level's off. Or your PSH, right, women? But you don't know it's because they're messing with your endocrine system. They're messing with all the things in you, all the things, your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, your gallbladder. They're messing and causing more toxins, right? In your brain, fog, right? Walking around, you can't remember, you're not sure. The greatest creation ever, right? And we get that phone. We're like, wait, that's unnatural. Nobody is supposed to be running around here using any deodorant. Creating that funk, they created another market. So they could put aluminum, you know, put the things and the stuff that keep you further sick. And never be honest with you. And you still don't want to come together. They've succeeded, you know that? Well, I'm not saying kudos and my hat's off to them and salutations or anything. I'm not curtsying them or anything like that. I don't know why y'all don't see these little quirks and things. Y'all so busy always trying to see the bad in others, not really pay attention to the bad that's in you. Can't make this up, sadly. Anywho, I'm going to get through all this stuff, put it up in that hot, I should get some rocks and lay on the floor and pour water on it. That thing's hot as a sauna. Get in the truck, get my tire pressure checked, Probably get the tires rotated. I don't know. But I just know I need to go and get this laundry. I'm rushing in Benson. Head over to Fry's. So I can wash it over there. I don't like it over there. But pick up the fruits and stuff. Stop at Lowe's. And pick up the stuff to start building this out. Yeah. You know. Hey, Lucy. What's going on? How's it going? Kiramil, Pura Vida, what's going on, gente? What's happening? Hawa, brother, what's going on, beloved? 80s born, what's going on, fam? What's happening? Indigo Turtle. Matthew, you tired? Get some rest. Baby girl Slaughter, I got you. Roy, I got you, fam. Want to see what you guys said here. It's good to see you guys. I really enjoy all you guys. Close my mouth. Hey, music was still playing, man. I don't know. As well as West, yes. Yep. Indigo Turtle. You already know, fam. Kind of like old school trains. Hot coals pushed them. Exactly. Steam engines, very clean too. You know? Absolutely. More in tune than us. Well, actually, wow, a lot of our brothers and sisters, they're just not, they don't see it. I mean, it's there. They're in tune. They just not tuned in. You know what I mean? It's got like an interesting thing, memory. Yeah, it's all there. Absolutely. It's good to see you, fam. Yeah, he was doing. Hey, he was doing a genealogy. Y'all might want to get in touch with him. Now, for anyone to do it live is a magnificent and wonderful, beautiful thing. There's so much to be found out, and yet there's still so much more information out there. For those who still need to do that and you require that, I would get in touch with the brother. Okay. Yeah, crayon color. But yeah. You know, I just had to say it that way. That's all. Lucy, don't question what I say on it. You know I'm doing. Because exercise. Oh no. Out here it's a little different. No, I can get the still. I'm just pointing it out. That's was relevant to where I was at compared to here. It's still, excuse me. But you know, you gotta ask. You know how that is. Is mental, yes. Before I was even having, wow, yep. Exactly. Hey, Kane, what's going on? Oh, you don't have to thank me, Cure Meal, man. I tell people all the time. People hit me up. Who you think? Man, check out my brother Cure Meal. He's on Instagram, he's on Facebook. Check him out. Subscribe to the channel, and if you can, message him, and he'll respond. You know, take a little while. He's busy. Yo, so you were running 6-minute miles, bro? Outstanding. My boy went out there and ran him a 20.2 kilometer in 5 and no, what was it? You could put it up there, fam. But yeah, he went out there and put it on. Some of you already saw the post and everything. That's absolutely fabulous. Remember, some of us when we wake up, we're in pain, we're sore. Some of us are necks, the cartilage is lower, this, that, and other. These are symptoms of what's going on. Don't give it energy. If you allow yourself to fast, get yourself all together before you do it. Yeah, I don't care if you want to lose religion or whatever ideology or whatever you want to utilize, but get yourself prepared, because the first couple of days you're going to be hungry. Okay? Don't challenge yourself. Allow yourself to feel that hunger, because that hunger is a lie. It's brought by the chemicals and everything else that tell you that you got to have it. Okay? And when you start that fast, if you're going to do it on the day that you came into this world, remember there are things that you must facilitate in resetting yourself, even as far as inversion, okay? Because everything you're dealing with is inversion, so you want to, you want to change that. manifested thoughts. And all usually the first day, even up to the day when I'm doing it, I say a lot of bad things because I got to get them out. I be going off. And it's not because I don't want anybody to listen or hear. I'm going to say it anyway because I know what's going on, what I'm doing. Just because you reset and you fast doesn't mean that your whole dynamic is going to change. Your anger, your rage. What you will come to find if you focus, because you are what you speak, not so much always what you eat. You see, you become what they fed you. So when you start feeding yourself the breath, when you start speaking your truth, venerating it to a point, even the most grotesque way that is not harmful or threatening to others, unless Karen's standing there listening to which they shouldn't be, you start relinquishing a whole lot of poor values. I go and walk way in the back. I turn the cool water on, dip my head up under it. I sit there, took all my clothes off. I'm sitting there, got my yoga mat. Yeah. I can't say what I do. I can say how you should probably go for it. You need to prep yourself. Some people do what's called a juice or intermittent, 12 hours, 18 hours out the day. They don't partake in anything. Then before 5 o'clock, they have that one big meal or that one minuscule meal. My apologies. And then the next day, they do the same thing. It's beneficial, but be careful of what it is you're putting in your system, okay? If you're getting a headache, that means you don't have the cholesterol and the fat. When you're sore and you're hurting, a lot of times medium well steak will take care of that, but it's creatine. It's vitamin D and K2, the sun. It's the minerals are missing. There are certain things that your body, when it's starved, when you start fasting, your body starts correcting it. When you're starved, though, your body tells on itself, okay? I ate. Last night I had Mexican. And then you see what I just ate here, right? I got to finish that up, but it's going to take a minute. In my body, right off the back, I started feeling pains and stuff that at the third day I didn't feel. I wasn't cramping. No cramps. Got a cramp yesterday evening. After eating. So I was eating empty food. Do you see what I'm saying? I went to a restaurant we respect, my Mexican restaurant. They're selling garbage. Something I would never do. Never did. When I was making sandwiches and making quiches for people's peyote ceremonies. Red, you think yeah, man, I'll boil y'all up about 100 eggs. I'll make 12 potato and venison quiches. I'll put in those some eggplant if nobody's allergic and some peppers. And they were like, "Thank you, brother. Oh yeah, but hey, yeah, he's always coming through, And I did that. The best ingredients I could find. Most people aren't here to be your benefiter. Am I my brother's keeper? And all of them would express or push some religion ideology. And then your ideation, your false representation would be accepted. I really wanted to go and say to the brother, what's wrong with your food? But I'm not going to. I probably just won't shop there again. I was hungry. I wanted it. I went and got it. It tastes good. Seasons. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's the American dream to be able to come here, get to a certain point, and then you become indicative to the abuse where the money makes you, which is empty, and you stop making the money. Did that make sense? Hey, who's that? Hey, Shah, what's going on, Shah City? Oh yeah, quiches. I'm pretty good at that. What's happening, brother? Sort of funny. Many times ailments are caused That's not grounding. We yes, hold our phones all day and around electricity, bag, clothes, polyester, synthetics. Absolutely. Absolutely. Saw the movie Apocalypto. I said to myself, would I be able to run all night if my life or my family's life depended on it? So I made sure to always be ready. Banger. Absolutely. And you know, I ran quite a few marathons, so absolutely, beloved. Yeah, hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell y'all something. You know, in the military, when I was training special forces, I was really putting it in, man. I had it down because I was a good runner in high school. I had it down. I was running a mile on the treadmill. Is not the best way. Running ain't really that good for you, but it's not going to kill you as long as you got the proper grounding and the proper diet. You're breathing properly. It's not going to hurt you. I was running about 5 minutes. I was hauling. You're always on the ball of your feet, and my body, my stride, throwing my hands forward, it actually gives you momentum to carry you through. My breathing became a double pump. Like it happened, but I'm moving, and it felt natural. You know how that goes. I'm not doing that now. Not saying I couldn't, but I would really, really have to lock down on my diet. You know, they say diet. I can't stand that word. But my intake, levels of carb, protein, minerals. You know, a lot of the fruits and vegetables here are really messed up. And we can discuss it all day. They're not going to sway and change it because your fake politicians, you look at some of your politicians look like, I don't want to talk about people, but these aren't people. The soulless. Y'all ever look at someone? I'm looking at the women who I grew up with, and I remember seeing they mammies and them who are not here. They didn't have a thigh on the back of their arm. To them, it's cute to stand sideways with the belly bigger than the back, and yet when they turn around, they got a big back. I'm not being mean. In no way in the 50s and 60s should nobody even look like that. But they refuse to accept the reality and the responsibility to change it. They're going to keep eating crap. They're going to keep purchasing crap because that's in them liberal cities. Y'all know what they say about, you know, it don't matter how much money they have, but if you go into the suburbs in the black community, I'm only using the language they understand. They will, you know, all that stuff on them aisles and everything, they're not reading them. That's a new phenomenon. They ain't doing like we was doing when we was like, what's in this? Oh man, they lying. This don't even taste the same. You know what I mean? So, and I'm looking at them, and I'm grateful that they have this sense about themselves to appreciate how they look. Well, that's fine, but that does not change the fact that it's unhealthy. And if they were really attentive, instead of acting like the black Karens they act like, I'm not going to respect them and call them melanated, autochthonous, or Indian, anything, because they want to be everything other than. So I'm going to say what they are. I'm gonna feed their ignorance and fear until they get tired and realize it and come around. But and trust me, I say a lot of positive things for them. So this right here is so those who are watching can hear it as well. They think by saying, no matter what, I am beautiful. I am. Hey, yeah, okay, that ain't gonna stop you from falling over here next. It ain't gonna unclog your arteries. And the homies, right? Because some of them, you know, they've been locked up, done a whole bunch of push-ups. They walk around still puffing on them Newports, thinking everything's fine and dandy, not knowing that out of those 100 and something whatever chemicals, that's what's causing that rubberization. You know, in their colon and, you know, the plaque and all that other in your arteries and stuff. They won't accept it. You know, I'm going on my way to bad masturbation, man. I'm trying to hear that. Okay. You know everything. You're really eloquent when you talk, or whoop-de-doo, but you're facilitating in a way that is despairingly disruptive to self and dysfunctional. Most people don't want to hear that. You can't blame them, you know. I told them anyway. Still will. Not to be mean. You know, people have to make a change. You know. But yeah, it's good to see when people out there and they're putting it in. You know. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself ready, guys, so I can go and do what I need to be done. Now I might go live a little later. Okay. Oh, man, boy. One arm's got gray and the other one's just got black hair. I mean, well, brown, dark brown. This one's getting gray. Oh, you can't make this up. Well, that I think we call it second breath in UK. Well, sometimes it's, you know, double pumping is a benefit to get more oxygen. And the most people, when they run, they don't know that they need to expel all the carbon. A lot of times, if you breathe too quick and you're not paying attention to the diaphragm and your movements, if you're not expelling all the carbon, that means that you're not really breathing on all the oxygen. And a lot of people double pump and breathing, and that's exactly what it is, so they can get the oxygen, because it'll help you to expel it, because you'll you know what I mean? And that's when you realize, okay, now I'm breathing. Now there's more oxygen coming in. Your muscles have more oxygen. If you got injuries and pain's going to be there unless you over oxygenate, which you don't hyperventilate, or you don't feel too lightheaded, and it'll cause the pain to go away. You know? Who's that? Okay. Oh yeah. Excuse me. In Florida, most of my orange comes from California or South. Ain't that crazy? And Florida, like a place that had some of the best oranges ever grow. They would call it second. Yes, okay, yes, absolutely. Uncle says, don't matter how much you make, but how you spend it. Yeah, well, no, yeah, okay, he did say that. That's meaningless. If you have 50 people and you have a bunch of seeds, and you have some rakes, some picks, some axes, and some shovels, the hell's a dollar got to do with it? But I know what you're saying, okay? Or if you got two hands, you got two knees, if you ain't got 2 feet, and you can scroll up out there and you want to swack you out, sweating with good lemon, limes, and water, a swatch to plant those seeds, you can make it happen. You know what I mean? You see how everybody's talking war, right? So you know that what's being facilitated. I don't want to say this, but I got to, I guess. You all been at war for the longest time. You don't even know it. But you're fighting the wrong enemy, as usual. I can tell you this much, and the police, the sheriffs, none of those individuals can stop what's coming, especially from you. People have gotten tired of these little young knuckleheads who are nurtured by the very system that corrupts and pollutes, killing one another, and the dumb, indiscriminate shootings because of their emotions and feelings, to which, in the sense of it all, as diabolical it was created. So obviously, they facilitate it. I'm not saying I ride with it. I'm saying you don't have to beat up everything. Look at what happened to Tory Lanez. He got stabbed up 14 times. Is it even real? And he didn't even shoot the girl. The system wants you to be dysfunctional and disconnected. The system is not yours. You should never be part of a system. You're bigger than that. You know what I mean? You know? So stop focusing on all these celebrities and stars. I want y'all to look into the word stars and celebrities. we might chat about it later, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. I really want to get the heck up out of here, do what I gotta do. I'm gonna be sitting up in here, not doing nothing. And I am going to fast again. All right. I got to pick up some key limes. Hopefully I can find some good ones. The ones I got here are all GM, genetically modified. It's like, you know, it's just like the okra is all poison and it's beneficial for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to old fogey like me. You know what I mean? I really do. Big Red Thomas. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. All right. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Let me talk about the Hulk. Oh, I can't even get his name. Randy Macho Man Savage. Yeah, man. I can't get his voice. I was gonna do the voice, but anyway. I appreciate you all. Okay. And look, y'all had a magnificent day. And if you didn't hit the like, I appreciate it. Let's beat the algorithm, I guess. And I really want to. This box, I'm going to get spray paint and the stuff to roll it, so that way it can be all black, and then we can continue to build. All right? Yeah, snap it to a Slim. I can't get his voice. Yeah, I can't get the voices. You know, I can do them. Yeah, I can't get his voice. Hold on. Let me tell you something, brother. I can't. Now I'm sounding like Jimmy Superfly Snooker. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm old school wrestling. Late night, 1 o'clock with my brothers. Channel 13. Anyway, y'all know about that, right? Y'all already know. Appreciate you guys, all right? Y'all know the Cash App if you want to donate. I appreciate y'all. Somebody did. I'll shout you out later, all right? I appreciate it, all right? See you guys later. Yo, T, you up?